everybody. We're in Paris. I can't believe I'm saying that. This city is electric, man. Just buzzing with a different kind of energy. We're not just talking about the Eiffel Tower and croissants, though. This is about the Paris that's happening right now. The cutting edge, the new wave. Get ready to dive into the heart of this incredible city. The side you don't always see on those postcards. Alright, so first things first, Paris is huge, like way bigger than I expected. We're talking sprawling arrondissements, each one with its own distinct vibe. You've got the classic Haussmann-era buildings, those iconic cream-colored facades, but then tucked into the side streets, bam! Street art, independent boutiques, cafes that feel like they're straight out of a design magazine. And the people, everyone here is so stylish, so effortlessly cool. It's like walking through a living, breathing fashion shoot. We spent the morning just wandering, getting gloriously lost in the maze of streets. Stumbled across this incredible bakery. The smell of fresh bread practically pulled us in. Got ourselves a couple of croissants, obviously, and just sat there, soaking it all in. The thing about Paris is, it's a city that begs you to slow down, to savor the moment. Even amidst the energy, there's a certain peacefulness here. We spent the afternoon checking out the Latin Quarter, this historic area with cobblestone streets and amazing old bookstores. Seriously, you could spend a lifetime getting lost in these shops. There's a real sense of history here, like you're walking in the footsteps of Hemingway and Picasso. But even in these old school spots, there's a modern twist. Like this one cafe, they had these incredible pastries, traditional recipes, but with a contemporary flair. It's that blend of old and new that makes Paris so unique. And then there's the Seine, the river that winds its way through the heart of the city. We walked along the banks for hours, watching the boats go by, the bridges lit up as the sun started to set. There's a different energy to Paris at night, a kind of magic in the air. It's no wonder they call it the City of Lights. This place is already exceeding my expectations, and we've only just scratched the surface. Okay, let's talk history for a minute. Paris is like a living museum. Every corner you turn, there's another story waiting to be told. We're talking Roman ruins, medieval churches, grand palaces from the Renaissance. It's overwhelming in the best way possible. We started our day at the Louvre, and I know what you're thinking. It's the Mona Lisa. Been there, done that. But trust me, this place is on another level. The sheer scale of it, the masterpieces around every corner, it's mind-blowing. We spent hours getting lost in the art, from ancient Egyptian artifacts to Renaissance sculptures. It's humbling to think about the hands that created these works, the stories they tell. But it's not just about the past here in Paris. The city is constantly evolving, embracing the new while honoring its heritage. We checked out this incredible modern art museum, the Centre Pompidou, and it was like stepping into another world. Bold colors, challenging concepts, art that makes you think. It's this constant dialogue between old and new that keeps Paris feeling fresh and exciting. One of the coolest things we did was visit this former train station that's been transformed into a museum, the Musée d'Orsay. Imagine this. Soaring ceilings, ornate ironwork, and now it's filled with Impressionist and Post-Impressionist paintings. It's like stepping back in time, but with a modern twist. That's the thing about Paris. It's constantly reinventing itself, finding new ways to surprise and delight. And then there's the music scene. Paris has always been a hub for creativity, and that's definitely still true today. We went to this underground jazz club, this smoky, intimate space where you could feel the history in the walls. And the music, man, it was like stepping back in time. But then we walked down the street and stumbled upon this electronic music festival, pulsating beats, a sea of people dancing under the stars. It's that constant juxtaposition, that unexpected blend of influences that makes Paris so captivating. Alright, let's talk about the Paris you don't always see in the movies, the modern metropolis that exists alongside the historical landmarks. We're talking about skyscrapers, innovative architecture, and a skyline that's constantly evolving. We took a trip out to La Défense, this business district that's like a city within a city. Imagine this: towering glass and steel structures, futuristic sculptures, and a giant arch that dwarfs the Arc de Triomphe. It's a stark contrast to the classic Parisian landscape, but it's equally impressive in its own right. But even amidst the modern architecture, Paris finds a way to preserve its green spaces. We stumbled upon this incredible park, Parc de la Villette. And it was like stepping into another world. Rolling hills, sprawling lawns, open-air concerts, and even a science museum shaped like a giant silver ball. It's the perfect example of how Paris balances urban development with a respect for nature. And then there's the transportation system. Forget about yellow cabs. Paris is all about the metro. This underground network is a marvel of engineering, connecting every corner of the city with lightning speed. It's efficient, it's affordable, and it's a great way to experience the city like a local. One of the coolest things I've seen here is the way they've incorporated modern art into everyday life. We're talking murals on the sides of buildings, sculptures in public squares, even the bus stops are like mini art installations. It's this seamless blend of art and urban design that makes Paris so visually stimulating. And then there's the energy of the city itself. Paris is a hub of innovation, a place where creativity thrives. From tech startups to fashion houses, the city is buzzing with a sense of possibility. You can feel it in the air, this palpable energy that's contagious. Alright, let's talk about the good stuff. Food. Paris is a culinary paradise, a city where every meal is a celebration of flavor. And it's not just about Michelin-starred restaurants, although there are plenty of those. It's about the charming cafes, the bustling bistros, the bakeries with their heavenly aromas that waft out onto the street. We started our day at this adorable little cafe, sipping on espressos and munching on buttery croissants. The perfect way to fuel up for a day of exploring. And the best part? People watching. Parisians take their cafe culture seriously, and it's fascinating to just sit back and observe the rhythm of the city. For lunch, we hit up this bustling bistro tucked away on a side street. Think classic French cuisine with a modern twist. We're talking steak frites, but the fries are cooked in duck fat. We're talking escargots, but they're swimming in a garlic and parsley butter that will blow your mind. Simple ingredients, expertly prepared, bursting with flavor. In the evening, we decided to get a little fancy and try one of Paris's Michelin-starred restaurants. And let me tell you, it was an experience. We're talking multiple courses, each one a work of art. We're talking wine pairings that will make you question everything you thought you knew about wine. It was a culinary journey, a symphony of flavors that danced on our tongues. But it's not just about the fancy stuff. One of my favorite meals was from a street vendor selling crepes. We're talking Nutella and banana, a classic combination that never disappoints. There's something so satisfying about grabbing food on the go, soaking up the energy of the city as you eat. And then there's the pastry shops. Oh, the pastry shops, macarons, eclairs, pain au chocolat. The list goes on and on. Each one a masterpiece of pastry perfection. It's impossible to resist the allure of these sweet treats. And honestly, why would you even try? All right, let's talk about fashion, baby. Paris is a city where style reigns supreme. It's not just about the big-name designers, although there are plenty of those. It's about the effortless chic, the je ne sais quoi that Parisians seem to possess so effortlessly. We spent an afternoon wandering through Le Marais, this trendy neighborhood known for its independent boutiques and vintage shops. It's a treasure trove of unique finds, from vintage Chanel bags to one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. You can feel the creativity in the air, the passion that goes into each piece. And then there's the department stores, Galeries Lafayette and Printemps. These aren't your average shopping malls, people. We're talking architectural masterpieces, with stained glass ceilings and sweeping staircases. And the clothes, oh the clothes. From haute couture to more affordable brands, it's a fashion lover's paradise. But it's not just about the clothes. Parisians understand that style is about the whole package. We're talking perfectly coiffed hair, a bold red lip, a scarf casually draped over the shoulders. It's an attention to detail, a certain confidence that elevates their look. One of the coolest things we did was stumble upon a vintage market. Imagine this, rows upon rows of clothing racks overflowing with treasures from decades past. We're talking fur coats, leather jackets, vintage denim, all at ridiculously affordable prices. It's the perfect place to find a one-of-a-kind piece to add to your wardrobe. And then there's the street style. Parisians use the streets as their runway, showcasing their unique sense of style. It's inspiring to see people embracing their individuality, expressing themselves through their clothing choices. It reminds you that fashion is a form of self-expression, a way to communicate who you are without saying a word. Alright, as the sun sets, Paris transforms into a city that shimmers and pulses with a different kind of energy. We're talking about Paris after dark, where the night comes alive with music, laughter, and a certain je ne sais quoi that's hard to resist. We started our evening in a hidden speakeasy, tucked away behind an unmarked door. The cocktails were creative concoctions, expertly crafted with fresh ingredients and a touch of Parisian flair. The dim lighting, the jazz music, the hushed conversations, it felt like stepping back in time. From there, we hit up a rooftop bar with panoramic views of the city. The Eiffel Tower twinkled in the distance, a beacon of light against the night sky. We sipped on champagne, feeling like we were on top of the world. The energy was electric, the air buzzing with excitement. For a different vibe, we checked out a live music venue in the heart of the city. The band was incredible, their music a fusion of jazz, funk, and soul. The crowd was a mix of locals and tourists, all united by their love of music. We danced until our feet hurt, swept away by the rhythm. And then there's the simple pleasure of strolling along the Seine at night. The bridges were illuminated, casting a warm glow on the water. Couples whispered secrets on benches, street musicians serenaded passers-by. It was romantic, magical, unforgettable. As the night drew to a close, we found ourselves in a small, cozy wine bar. We shared a bottle of Bordeaux, savoring the rich flavors and reflecting on our incredible day. Paris after dark had exceeded all expectations, revealing a side of the city that was both exhilarating and enchanting. And just like that, our time in Paris has come to an end. This city has a way of getting under your skin, leaving you wanting more. From the cobblestone streets to the soaring skyscrapers, Paris is a city of contrasts, a place where history and modernity collide in the most beautiful way. If you're looking for an adventure, for a city that will ignite your senses and inspire your soul, then Paris is calling. Come explore its hidden alleyways, discover its secret gardens, and let yourself get swept away by its undeniable charm. Until next time, Paris, your beauty and your spirit will stay with us long after we've said au revoir.